In this video, we are going to take a look at the Profile Creations tool, Profile from Surface, and Quick Profile from Surface. Those tools are located in your Open Roads Modeling, Geometry, and Vertical. They are located now underneath Profile Creation Tools, and they're the first two that's in there, the Profile from Surface and the Quick Profile from Surface. Not a whole lot of difference between the two. The Profile from Surface allows you to pick a reference surface and give it a station range and an offset if you would like, horizontal or vertical. The Quick Profile from Surface just takes whatever elevations that the surface has and applies it to the horizontal to create a vertical profile directly from that surface. So let's take a look at these. First thing I want to do is I want to come down into this green arc. This is the one that we're going to use. Okay. And we're going to go out and get the heads-up display and do an open profile model. And we're going to left click inside view 8. So that's what our profile looks like right now. I can flatten that out if I want. And you can see the profile bands in here. I don't know if you've recognized those before, but the tangents, and then there's an arc here in the middle, and then another tangent. That's what that represents for the bands. Okay. So the tools we're going to look at again under Profile Creation, Profile from Surface. When I pick on that tool, we're going to come out here and we're going to say, here's the dialog for it. Our point selection, we're just going to do all points. You could simplify this down if you wanted to a little bit, but we're going to do all points. No profile adjustment. Our draping option is going to be triangles, so we get it a little bit tighter. Our horizontal and vertical offsets. Let's set our horizontal offset to 0 and lock that in. And our vertical offset, I'm just going to set that at 2. And what that's going to do is it's going to put me a profile that's off of the existing ground, because that's what I'm going to select, 2 feet. If you gave it a negative, it would put it below at 2 feet. You also have a profile range. If you lock to start and end, it will do the entire item. So I'm going to uncheck those and so that I can go out and actually put in my start and end. At the bottom, you can do a different feature definition if you don't want it to be existing ground like it is right there. You can actually change it to something else that you prefer. And you can give it a name. In this case, we'll call it PR for profile. Okay, so we're going to say, come out here on the left-hand side, it's going to say locate the first element to profile. So we've got our arc in there. We're going to go ahead and left-click on that arc. And then it'll allow us to keep on picking different horizontal geometry out there to add this profile. So I'm just going to right-click to say I'm done. Now it says locate the reference surface or reset for the active terrain model. Well, if you had a different surface out here, a proposed one, or some other surface that you wanted to see the profile of it, you could select that at this point. We're going to use the existing ground, which is already active, so I'm going to right click to allow it to use that. Now it says where do you want this profile to go? So you could key in a station if you wanted, or you can left click to start and key in a station to end, or left click to end. And then all you're going to do is just accept all the information that you have filled out in the dialog. So we'll accept all the way through here doing triangles, no horizontal offset, vertical offset of 2, and it'll go out there and draw in that profile. So if I hit F4 and take a look at the profile model now, you can see over here at the top we've got the PR that we've just placed in there. A lot of times folks will use this tool if they wanted to get a 30-foot offset left and right. Instead of doing a vertical offset, they do a horizontal offset, one for -30 and one for +30. And you can even change the feature definition so that there's something different in the profile model. Okay, so that was the first one. That was the profile creation tools, profile from surface. Now I'm going to come out here and just select in a blank area so nothing's highlighted. Go back up to profile creation tools, and we're going to take a look at the next one, quick profile from surface. This tool has a lot less options, as you can see in the dialog. It does allow you to give it a different feature definition, and you can give it a name. So we'll just call this one PR2. And then all you have to do out here, it says locate the reference element. So what do you want this profile to be applied to? So we're going to apply it to this green arc. Locate the reference surface. This you have to be able to locate a surface. So it's not going to use the active or anything like that. You have to go out and choose it. So I'll come out and I'll select my existing ground. And I can keep adding surfaces throughout. So if I had other proposed surfaces or proposed ground, different things like that, I could select them from here and it would add all those profiles into my profile window. But that's the only one that I have and the only one that I want. So I will right click. And it doesn't really look like it did anything, but if you hit F4 and you come into the profile window, if you hover over that one that represents the existing ground, you'll see that there's a PR2 there. If you right click over the top of that PR2, it's going to select the other profile, which is the one that's unnamed, which is the existing ground. Okay, so that PR2 places it right over the top of that other element. What's good about that is if you change out here the existing ground, then you'll have this profile in here the whole time, whether or not you have an existing active ground or not. Okay, that's the two tools we're going to look at in this particular video.